Good morning, and this morning I'm going to do a follow-up video to the video that I made unboxing the LucidSound LS35X. And what I want to do in this video is talk about how well the LucidSound LS35X has been performing for me. Obviously it will vary from person to person depending on your setup and all the rest of it. There are always a lot of variables when you're talking about audio equipment, video equipment, stuff like that. So what have I been doing since I unboxed this particular headset? Well, I've been playing with it on the Xbox, and I've also got a wireless dongle that I've picked up, and I'm using that to enable the LS35X to communicate with my PC, so I can also talk on my PC. And you're actually hearing me talk on the LS35X now. I've done various tests on the microphone, and I've done various tests on the headset itself, on the actual headphones, if you like. And bear in mind, these aren't scientific findings. I haven't got a test bench, I haven't got test equipment. I've just got my ears and my voice, obviously, in order to talk. So what I've done is I've played a few games on the Xbox and on PC, and my experience playing games was, well, frankly, phenomenal. It sounded really, really good. I tried it on the Xbox and PC, both with and without spatial sound. Spatial sound does make it sound marginally better in-game. I personally won't use spatial sound when I'm listening to music. And I also tried listening to some music, and I played several tracks. I played Rage Against the Machine, Bullet to the Head, or Bullet in the Head, I should say, Open Up by Left Field, and Exit Music for a Film by Radiohead. Now, the Rage Against the Machine track has got some pretty chunky bass in it. So when I was listening to that, I was listening basically for the bass. But the overall presence of the headset is okay. For a headset, for a gaming headset, I would say it's actually really good. But when you compare it to my Sennheiser HD650s, which I've had for years, and they are my reference headphones, it's not in the same ballpark. It hasn't got the same tone, and it feels a little bit harsher and, well, brighter, basically. Now, in some cases, you may prefer that. I know some people prefer the high end to be pushed a little bit in their music. I personally like a really nice balance, and the Sennheisers have a fantastic balance. I would say the balance of the Lucid Sounds is okay, but very good for the price. I actually think for the price, they don't sound bad at all. Open Up, Left Field, again, that's, you know, quite a complex track. It's a dance track. The presence in that, again, was very good. Enjoyed listening to the track, but it didn't have that listen again quality that I had with my Sennheisers. And once again, with Exit Music for a Film from Radiohead, I use that track always whenever I'm testing hi-fi, whenever I'm listening to headphones, to find out if I like them, if I don't like them, because it starts off very quiet, and you've got the plosives of Tom York's voice, and you can hear his breath in the microphone. It's a very subtle track to start with, and then it builds, and you get sort of some very dirty guitars and stuff like that. And the Lucid Sound handled that all very well. But again, it didn't have the presence and the listen again quality that the Sennheisers had. And you wouldn't expect it to be honest. The Sennheisers were a lot more expensive, and they are just headphones. They're not a headset. So, for music, it sounded pretty good for the price as well. And I, frankly, if I wasn't comparing them against the Sennheisers, I'd quite enjoy listening to them. Although, personally for me, listening to music for long periods of time, I might find them a little bit wearing. So that was my experience of them for music. As I say, in game, They're fantastic, and I played a very long session of Quake with the headset on. They were very comfortable, and I had no problems keeping on my head for a long time, and the sound was excellent with good placement and it just pretty decent tone. As I say, it's a bit different in game to what it is with music, and in game they handle it very, very well. I still prefer my Sennheisers, but as I say, they're a lot more expensive. I would say if you're going to be looking for a wireless headset for PC or for Xbox, then they're pretty much a no-brainer. They sound fantastic, and in game you're not going to notice those slight issues that I have with the sound. I don't want to overemphasize that at all. I think the sound is really, really good, and I think a lot of people would actually really enjoy it. I just prefer the warmer sound of my Sennheisers. So anyway, on to a mic test. So first things first, this set of headphones, or this headset if you like, has two mics on it. One is the boom mic, which you're listening to at present, and the second is a secondary mic which will cut in if you unplug the boom mic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a series of sentences that were designed in order to test clarity, and I'm going to read them with the boom mic. Then I'm going to disconnect the boom mic and read them again with the secondary mic. And the secondary mic you would use if you were using it with your phone. You could plug it into your phone and use it that way. You wouldn't be able to use it wirelessly with your phone, unfortunately. You can also do the same with the PlayStation. You can plug it into your PlayStation and use it that way. But for Xbox and PC, you can use it wirelessly, although you do need a separate dongle for the computer, for the PC. So anyway, let's get to the mic test. Let's read these 10 sentences and see what it sounds like. 1. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. 2. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. 3. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. 4. The swan dive was far short of perfect. 5. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. 6. 2 blue fish swam in the tank. 7. Her purse was full of useless trash. 8. The colt reared and threw the tall rider. 9. It snowed, rained and hailed the same morning. 10. Read verse out loud for pleasure. Right, so that's the boom mic, the plug-in mic. It is plug-in, you can unplug it. And that's the one you would normally use when you're gaming. But what does the secondary mic, the built-in mic that you would use with your phone sound like? Let's go and try that now. Right, so I've disconnected the boom mic and now I'm talking on the secondary mic. So let's read those 10 sentences again. 1. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. 2. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. 3. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. 4. The swan dive was far short of perfect. 5. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. 6. 2 blue fish swam in the tank. 7. Her purse was full of useless trash. 8. The colt reared and threw the tall rider. 9. It snowed, rained and hailed the same morning. 10. Read verse out loud for pleasure. So, as you can see, the secondary mic doesn't sound anywhere near as good as the primary mic, and you wouldn't expect it to. It's just there for, as I say, making phone calls, that kind of thing. Whereas the boom mic is actually intended for use when you're playing games. Again, I think the boom mic sounds pretty good. And when you're using it for streaming or when you're using it for game chat, I think it would be perfectly adequate. Again, if I was going to be recording a video normally, would use a dedicated mic because, well, frankly, I prefer that. And I think the tone of my, again, Sennheiser, I like Sennheiser kit. My Sennheiser mic sounds better than the mic on the headset. But as I keep saying, you would expect it to. I think as a headset for the money, and I think it's about £150, I think you could do a lot worse. And as a direct connect headset for the Xbox, especially if you're going to be using a wireless keyboard and mouse and you're going to be playing around with that, which I intend to do, as I said before, it's pretty much a no-brainer. You can use the headset to listen to music at a push. You can certainly use it to listen in-game because games, playing Doom and the other games I was playing on the Xbox, they all sounded fantastic. My personal view on this headset is you can't go wrong, really. If you're on the Xbox or you're on the PC and you're in the market for a wireless headset, it's a no-brainer. It really is. It's a great piece of kit. The mic sounds pretty good. The issues that it had when it was first released, the LS35X had some issues when it was first released. They are, in my experience at least, and from what I've heard from other people, all but sorted now. There's none of the disconnects that people were getting in the past. So yeah, that's my personal experience of this headset and mic. And I would happily use it for hours on end. And I will continue to do so. And my boy has been using it a fair bit as well, and he thinks it's a very good headset. He enjoys using it to talk to his friends when he's playing, surprise, surprise, Fortnite. So anyway, that's me done. As I say, this isn't a professional test. I'm not a professional musician or a professional gamer or a professional sound engineer. I'm just a guy who bought this product and wanted to try it and test it out and see what it's like in a real world setting. And for me, as I say, it's worked really, really well. So if you're interested in it, I will put a link in the description, so go and check it out. And let me know what you think in the comments and we can talk about it. Tell me what headset you've got. I've got several now, and this one definitely stacks up with all the others. So, and I've got a Sennheiser headset as well, and that's the Game Zero, and this stacks up pretty well against that as well. The sound on the headset, on the headphone aspect of it, pretty much on a par with the Game Zero. I didn't mention that before, but I thought I'd just put that in there now because the Game Zero doesn't sound as good as my dedicated Sennheiser headphones either. So the fact that this is on a par with my Game Zero and it's wireless, well, that's a definite plus. So anyway, as I say, let me know what you think in the comments. We can have a chat about it as ever. And in the meantime, I'm done. Going to go and grab myself a cup of tea. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye.